Minecraft Thematic. In today's episode of Minecraft Exploration and Tactics with Brian, we'll ride the new spur on the Skyrail, we'll see some wild wolves, but the theme of this particular episode will be showing off how to build the Inchworm and a little bit more about redstone and pistons. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright, I just came back down to one of the spawning areas, and here's a bigger slime! Hooray! Oh, a few of them! Wow, there's a huge one! Well, this is going to be good for slime balls. Alright, so when you hit a big one, they break up into little ones. It's important to not hit them for too much. And so, like, if you hit them with a big sword, bad things can happen, because basically if you overkill them in terms of their hit points, and they just love to chase you around, and the little ones, I think, can't deal damage to you, and so it's just fun and they're cute. Yes, but that's okay, I'm just here to kill them. But basically, after you hit them for enough hit points, they like split in half, or split into four or something. Let's see what happens. Yeah, splits into four of the next size down. And so now I'm going to get tons of slime balls. This will be great. But the bigger ones can hurt you, so be careful. But at the same time, if you overkill, like they only have a few hit points, and if you like use your diamond sword, you won't get any drops, you won't get any slime balls, and they won't break up into smaller ones, I think. And so it's good just to use a bare hand. But yeah, look at this. All of a sudden I've got, after no slime balls for forever, now all of a sudden I've got 21 slime balls. So that is just super happy. Alright, I just wanted to record those so you guys could see them. Yeah, some people think they're really cute and like to have them as pets, like the little ones, because they'll like just chase you around wherever you go. But I'm not interested in that. I just want them for their slime balls so that I can build sticky pistons and do cool stuff. Alright, I'll see you guys in a little bit. Alright, here we are at Awesome Landscape House, but I want to head over to Wolf Brick House to continue some Minecraft experiments with pistons. And so I'm going to use the new little spur of railing that I made to get up to the sky rail from here. And basically I didn't want to interfere with the awesome landscape, and so I made this little area that goes around in order to have quick travel back up to the sky rail. And so basically this little thing just brings me up to this little side thing, and I can hop out here, and grab the minecart, and I will go ahead and place it over on the other sky rail. Oh, I didn't realize I didn't have a powered segment until way over here. And then go, whee! And keep on going. And yeah, animals can walk across the track here, and at nighttime there might be creepers and different things, so I'll just have to be careful. But you have to live. Have to have some adventure in your life. Who knows what could happen. Can't always just stay high up in the sky, safe from everything. Anyway, I will see you when we get to Wolf Brick House in a moment. Now arriving at Wolf Brick House, which I suppose I need to rename because there aren't any wolves here anymore. And so now it's just a brick house. And there isn't even that much brick. There's a little bit. I have tons of bricks and I haven't used them very much. Nevertheless, that's the name of this house and it's going to stick. So, yes, over here I want to do some more Minecraft experiments. And so I'm going to drop off some inventory and I'll meet you over there. So here is the Inchworm. And so let's talk about how to build it. Let's walk through how to make the Inchworm. First thing, here's kind of the simplest repeating circuit that's easy to demonstrate with pistons. I can use the redstone repeater, and if you right-click on it, you can change the delay from 1 to 4. And so with a slower delay, it'll go slower like that. But basically the idea is blocks communicate redstone power, and so while this block is in the way, it turns this on. Turning it on causes the piston to push things out. That means that there's no longer power going through here because there's not a block to communicate it, which turns the piston back off. And since it's a sticky piston, it sucks the block back in. We're going to take the same idea here and do it 4 ways across 4 corners over these redstone torches to create a little 4-way thingamajig. And the idea for this is something that I didn't come up with. Instead, I saw it in another Minecraft video that I will link you to in the description of this video. But basically, if I start with just pushing pistons, just like that, And now for each of them, I'm going to do the same kind of thing that I did over here with redstone repeaters. And so basically from here, I'll put a repeater, and then some redstone wiring that goes around to this guy. And then I'll do the same thing over here. I'll put a repeater, and then some redstone wiring that goes around to this guy. And the same thing on the other two corners. Repeater, wiring around to this guy, repeater, and wiring around to this guy. And so now all four of them are just four kind of images of that thing. And then finally, if I get a block, such as a piece of dirt, and I put it over here, this whole thing starts going around. And so I just broke off one of the pieces of redstone to stop it. And it's going around very quickly, but once again, whereas over here I had a switch that was supplying the initial power, down here I have 4 redstone torches that are supplying the initial power. And so when the block is over this torch, it communicates power over through here, which then pushes it over here. And so redstone goes up through the block and then out to this one, which pushes it over here, and so on and so forth. And so let me space out the delays on all of these repeaters out to 4. And then we can watch it happen a little bit more slowly. And now we have some wolf and some sheep, and so they'll probably provide some amusement in just a moment. See the sheep? Go take a look at them. There you go. Now he sees them. Look out, sheep. You never know what hit you. Ha-ha! Good job, untamed wolf. There's more sheep over there if you can find them. But you're just going to dance around. Oh, and wolf apparently still do knock wool off of sheep. Presumably only one piece at a time. Let's take a look and watch this, actually. Yeah, because I think basically now if you kill sheep, you only get one piece of wool, and you have to use the shears to get more than one piece of wool. Yes, but that was fun to watch. And he looks very happy. Yes, you're very proud of yourself, aren't you? I'm not going to tame you, because then you'll follow me around and act like an idiot and push me into lava. Alright. Yeah, this is actually a forest biome. Before fire got nerfed, I burned down all the trees, but this is a forest, and so wolves like to spawn around here. Anyway, back to our show. So the advantage to having this little 4-way thingamajig, in addition to it just looking cool, means that now you end up with a signal that'll be on here and then off, on here and then off, on here and then off, on here and then off. And so you end up having like 4 separate delay circuits that you can use. This one, that one, that one, that one. This one, that one, that one, that one. Okay, so we have our 4-way thingamajig that lights up circuits in 4 sections. Let's call it 1, 2, 3, and 4. I've connected lines from opposite ends, basically number 1 and number 3. I have redstone lines coming out of that then go through these repeaters to either side of the inchworm, kind of staggered. And so if I turn the circuit back on by completing this corner over here, this starts going. And now we can see the inchworm crawling along. Alright, so think about what was just happening there. Basically, if our 2 pieces of the inchworm are sticky and pushy, we'll call these 2 guys, then basically what do we want to do to have the inchworm move forward? We want to have sticky reach out and grab the other guy and then turn back off and pull him back in. And then we want to have pushy push that guy back out and then push himself back in. And so basically we want sticky to turn on and then off, and then we want pushy to turn on and then off. And if we take a look at just the redstone signals that we're getting here, you can see that basically we have one side turn on and off, and then we have the other side turn on and off. And then further on down, we have one side turn on and off, and further on down, the other side turns on and off. And so that's the basic idea behind this little contraption. And I call it the inchworm. And I expect there might even be like tighter ways that you could build this. It takes a lot of redstone, obviously, the way that I've got it laid out here, but it's pretty simple to follow and understand, I hope. And so that is one cool thing that we can build with redstone. And the next thing that I want to do is yeah, add on a little side feature to this. So we'll try that out next. I've added a downward facing piston to the end of the Inchworm. Let's go ahead and hook it back up again. Pistons can only push up to 12 bricks at a time. And so basically, when this one tries to push down, if there are fewer than 12 bricks, it will push a dent into the ground, and so we can use that to detect caves. And indeed, I can actually hear a zombie right now where I'm standing. And so there's some kind of cave system down here. And so that's another fun little add-on that you can put on the Inchworm to make it somewhat useful. It's still just kind of a novelty item by virtue of the fact that it would be much cheaper simply to dig down than to just build all of this stuff in order to find a cave there. Or just listen. I should note that I haven't really done any significant testing of the cave finder attachment to the Inchworm, and so I'm not really sure how reliable it is, but it should just give you some ideas of different fun things that you could do using redstone and pistons. So I hope you've enjoyed that.